Hi friends, welcome to Tech ARK IT YouTube channel. My name is Ravi. In this video session we are going to see, like last video we already see that what is an operating system and how operating system works. Okay, so if you are using, maybe most of the users they use on a operating system on their computer is Windows or Mac OS. Okay, or which you prefer. If you want to use, you can also use a Linux operating system or desktop operating system. Top of that you can install virtualization and do that. But in this setup actually, who are the users are directly using their Windows operating system or Mac operating system, Windows or Mac, they can use of any virtualization softwares like VMware Workstation or Oracle VirtualBox. Anything you can use these two software you can use to set up your own lab environment that you are using your home computer. Okay, the minimum requirement which may be for your desktop or laptop is that you should have minimum 8 to 12 GB of RAM. Okay, because whenever you basically whenever you install an operating system, it's automatically takes some 1 or 2 GB of RAM for your base operating system. Top of that, if you want to install virtual machines, then it maybe each virtual machine may be required for 4 GB or 3 GB, something like that, so that to your practice would go smooth. Okay, so 8 GB also enough, or if you have 12 GB that would be great, and minimum 250 GB of hard disk space would be preferred, because each virtual machine we may require for 40 GB of hard disk at least. Okay, any processor equal to or more than Intel i5 or some other generation I prefer actually. So any processor you can take Intel or you can take any other processors in the market, that's not a issue, but it should be a little bit better, and it should be compatible with the VT enabled, in the sense virtualization enabled support of your motherboard should be compulsory. It should support the virtualization enable, or else so you may not do your workstation or Oracle box installations on your machines. So then if your hardware is ready, then your desktop and laptop is ready to rock, then you can just go ahead and download the workstation or the VirtualBox, anything. So just you can just go to the Google and say that VMware Workstation download. So what it will do, it will go to the VMware download center, then you can click over here, then it will download the workstation number 14 or 12. So minimum we may require 12, because prior to that 12 versions it may not support RCL7 or CentOS 7 installations. So then you will be in trouble again installing, or you can install it, but at certain extent it's not work properly on the GUI extents. So I prefer workstation 12 or workstation 14 would be a good option to go ahead and click on download. So then it start download the VMware Workstation over here. So I already downloaded and installed, so I'm not downloading this part. And if you can go to the VMware and Linux and say VirtualBox download, Oracle VirtualBox download, and go to the Oracle VirtualBox and say download for Windows. If you are Windows user, you can download for Windows. If you are a Mac user, you can also use OS X host. So it will download, and you can simply just click on next, so that it will enable install your VirtualBox or the VMware Workstation, whatever you want. So whichever you are good, or whichever it is easy for you. So my recommendation is that you can use VMware Workstation would be a great, because it would be easy to set up and easy to configure anything on the VMware Workstation. VirtualBox also it would be easy, not that complex thing, but whenever it comes to the network setup on the VirtualBox, it's little bit weird sometimes. So it does not work properly, or it does not connect to the remote machine sometimes. So that if you are okay with, or if you are good enough to configure troubleshoot on the VirtualBox, you can go ahead on the VirtualBox, because the VirtualBox does not require any key. It's completely free version, and the VMware Workstation may be required a key. Maybe you can look for something else on the internet. There are some keys available, you can use it, or you can buy the VMware Workstation Pro version or the standard version, whatever you want. Okay, but I am using the Workstation Pro version, which is already brought from the VMware. So I installed over here, and this is my setup. So here is the my VMware Workstation is already installed, and few of the virtual machines already running over here, right? So you can also use VMware Workstation or VirtualBox, whatever it is, but I can simply show you that simply that how you can create the virtual machine. So you can click on file and say create virtual machine. You can select typical. If you want to say customize, you can select customize. Next, and here you can select any version compatibility, but I go with the Workstation 12, and operating system can be installed later or now. So if you are already downloaded your Linux machine, Linux ISO, you can go ahead and here, but as of now I did not download any ISO over here. You can just say I will install the later, and click on select here Linux, and select the Linux 64-bit because it does not support 32-bit, and next, then say your virtual machine name. So lab server, I say lab server is my name, and I'm assigning the processors over here, and 2 cores. So, and the minimum of I'm giving the 4 GB of RAM to that, and NAT network, you can select the NAT network, would be a easy setup, and recommended next. Simply create your new virtual hard disk. Then here you can provide the 20 GB is enough for you, but we may require some practice on your stuff, like creating the partitions, deleting something like that. So I'm going ahead and doing with the 40 GB of space. So next, then so my VMDK is going to be create, and customize your hardware before, because we does not require any printer or the sound system over here. So I'm removing them, and click close and finish. So what happens, your lab server VM is ready, and you can go ahead and install the operating system, right? So before that, you can also do okay, so you can just go and download your operating system and install it, then start doing the practice. So this is about this video. So the installation stuff I'm not showing over here, because that is not a big deal to install your VMware Workstation or VirtualBox. Just double click on the software which is downloaded, and click next. Then it will install the workstation, or it will install the VirtualBox. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and next video is going to be installing your Linux operating system, how you can install your Linux operating system, and how we can download the Linux operating system. Please follow us on social networking sites. If you have any technical related questions, you can ask.